Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Starcraft 2 cast. My name is Osborne. I will be bringing you this PvT matchup. On the right-hand side of the Abyssal Caverns, we have DualCor. He is playing blue and he is Terran. Opposite him, in the close-by ground position, he is playing red. He is Protoss. His name is Prism. Abyssal Caverns, one of the newest maps, one of the 4 that was added in the latest patch. A lot of flack has been given to the latest maps because of the massive amounts of altitude changes and destructible rocks, and this map is no different. It has many altitude changes down to here, 3rd expansion, gold expansion, on a lower ground, so tanks very easily do abuse them in order to harass the enemy's gold expansion. More destructible rocks up in here, the north and south side, by these other expansions. Probably the not the safer expansion, but the easier to get expansion. It also is at a lower position, but it's much farther away from the ledge, so it's less easy to be abused. The other main thing are this central Xel'Naga Tower and these 2 areas right to the north and south of it where there's partial blockage by these trees. Right in here you can see through it, it's not too difficult. Meanwhile, they have the gateway coming up for Prism. Production doing pretty well, pretty standard stuff on both. 1 factory coming up for DualCor, so it won't be any fast expanding or 2 racks fast expand, to be specific, with no gas. Refinery just now coming up, not saturated yet. Here we go. Well done. Getting those, morphing into a command center, early command center with the 15, 16 supply. Not another supply depot coming down quite yet. Usually you want to get that around 16, 17. Right when you start that morph, be a good time to plop down that second supply depot. Probe coming in just now from Prism to scout this. He'll only see, oh no, he'll see this other barracks as well. I even missed that one. That's terrible of me. So there's 2 barracks. I can't imagine that he wouldn't build another one. Try to go for some 3 racks pressure would definitely make sense. Scouted SCV. Saw everything that there is to see. Saw this cybernetics core coming down, and he'll immediately try and get that warp gate technology. Immediately. Somewhat immediately. There we go. And chrono boosted. There, that's more like it. Meanwhile, back at DualCor's base, we have not yet another barracks coming down, and he hasn't put a reactor or a tech lab on that second barracks, so kind of curious to see what he's going to do about that. Any kind of pressure is going to be severely late, and he just doesn't have the production to play offensively, but it seemed like that's what he was going for. Meanwhile, a Reaper comes out. Haven't seen those in a while. This should be interesting. See how many kills or what this Reaper can scout. Will he see this probe? No, he won't. So that probe is probably hanging out there waiting to put down a pylon for this 4 gate, which is coming right now. There's the 3 warp, well, they're gateways now, but they will immediately be warped into warp gates once this warp technology is completed. And up comes this probe, gonna put down a pylon, gonna try and warp in those guys. Meanwhile, this Reaper is just kind of chilling outside the gold base. Up, here we go. Abyssal Caverns, not easy for Reaper play because he has to move all the way down here and then all the way up here. And that's a pretty long time because, oh, and here comes all the probes, but they run away. They decided not even going to bother. Kills off another probe, 2 for now. And here comes the Stalker and a Sentry. They're going to easily clean up this Reaper. So 2 kills for a Reaper, I guess. That's about right. I mean, it's 50 minerals and 50 gas versus 100 minerals. Didn't really come out on top on that one, but we'll have to see how this works. Transitioning into a fast expand, I don't know if that was his plan all along, because if it was, you would think he would forego the gas and just go straight into that command center. But 3 bunkers coming down, so he is scared of some early 4-gate magic. And he should be, because here they are. We'll have to see if he's chronoing out these warp gates. He is not. He is chronoing out some probes, which is just as good, but he has chronos to spare, so why he wouldn't use that to speed up the warp gate reload time I shouldn't say reload, I guess it should say cooldown. That would be an adequate one. Oh, he runs right into those 3 bunkers. He says, oh, nope, that's not going to work at all. So he's going to come back. He's going to regroup. He's going to see what he can do against those 3 bunkers, and there's not much. Because 3 bunkers full of Marines and Marauders with concussive shell. Stim pack halfway done. That's going to be pretty rough. A Ghost Academy coming up for DualCor. Prism, on the other hand, not teching up too much, just trying to probe up and get that 4-gate going, but it's getting very late to do a 4-gate, and this pylon is just kind of chilling here. Getting that Nexus up behind it. Scan comes in from DualCor, sees that he doesn't have too much of an army. Probably if he decided to go and attack, he wouldn't have too much trouble. Prism does have a slight thing on. Wait, no, it was just outdone by DualCor, but those units haven't quite come out yet. So, given that he has Marauders, he might have the slight advantage. He has the tech advantage just from the fact that he's going to have Stim by the time he gets there. SCV transfer to the natural of DualCor. Prism's natural not quite up yet. Trying to pylon up so he doesn't get supply blocked. Meanwhile, DualCor is supply blocked. He has to make some supply depots right now. Yep, here they come. A little late. Gonna definitely limit the amount of units he's going to be able to pump out. Definitely not a good thing. Warping in some more Stalkers through that 4-gate pylon. Forward pylon. Also a 4-gate pylon. I guess both would be accurate, but technical term is forward pylon. Prism just now sending over his probes to saturate that natural. And a slight mistake by both players is they didn't get those assimilators and refineries respectively down before that. In the meantime, there's an attack with some good force field play. Gonna just force those Marauders back behind it. Gonna retreat. And they're gonna both back off. Up here comes another one. Guardian Shield up. This might be enough to take out these Marauders because they're not focus firing, and that Guardian Shield is definitely cutting down the amount of damage that they're doing. No more Guardian Shield anymore, though, so this is gonna be it. All of the Marauders go down. No more army for DualCor. SCVs retreating back into the base. 2 ghosts in this bunker. Oh, I don't think this is gonna do it. Prism warping in some more. Oh, those SCVs repairing that bunker, but I don't think it's gonna hold because there's just too many things, and then those ghosts can. Oh no, they don't. EMP, and they both go down. That's empty bunker going down now, and all the SCV is gonna come down and just get slaughtered by Stalkers. These Zealots apparently dancing around, mocking that Marauder, and GG everyone.